Hello people, and this is the second video I'm putting out during our quarantine time, and I was wondering, what do you guys want to know? What do you guys need to know? And essentially, taking care of yourselves. I was going to talk about health. I'll talk a bit about specifically how you can take care of your health in relation to this coronavirus. But then some more about health. So what I have understood about this coronavirus is that people who are lacking in vitamin D are susceptible to it. There's several studies being done on the effectiveness of vitamin D and viruses, or this coronavirus. I don't think there's enough data to see whether it tackles this coronavirus specifically, but vitamin D is meant to be a good one, and vitamin D is also an indicator of or lack of it, of the susceptibility certain groups have to it. Like dark colored skinned people will have less vitamin D production. Possibly because the skin comes from a place where there is so much sun, and to create so much vitamin D would be harmful. So the skin would reduce the amount of vitamin D produced, because it wouldn't be that necessary. But when moving to the north, there was a lack of sunlight, so the skin pigment changed to absorb more light, to make the most of the light that was available. This vitamin D indicator could be why the what's being called BMME portions of the population are being more strongly affected. But say you're a person with dark skin in a hot place, apparently this virus does not exist very well out in the open, like in hot temperatures. So there's that going for the hot places on the planet. What else? Fruit. Keep having your fruit. Try to avoid like fried food, baked food. Once you start heating food like actually above 50 degrees centigrade, like you're actually degrading the food. But at around like 100 centigrade plus, your 100 centigrade is fine, but if more than that, you can be creating some things that are going to be harmful to your body, carcinogenics. So at this point, we want to give our immune system like the best chance it can have, which means like not loading it with carcinogenics, or the need to have so many vitamins to deal with all the free radicals popping around our bodies. Okay, and speaking of free radicals, like microwave food. If you haven't already binned your microwave, if you didn't already know, microwaving food is not really cooking food. It's the way microwaves work is that they vibrate molecules very, very quickly, and that vibration causes lots of collision, and that is where the heat is generated through the massive amounts of vibration and collision going on. But actually, all that vibration and collision breaks down your molecules. It breaks down the thing you call food into something that isn't really food. And it probably comes with bonus free radicals that are there to distort your biological reproduction. My advice: stay away from the microwaves. bin them. And yes, those are the essentials that I think you need, like the habits and things you may need introduced into your habits to get through the basics of this. But I would want to talk further on health as well, because the Western medicine, I mean, I discovered this about 15-17 years ago, and doesn't actually have that many answers for diseases. A lot of the diseases that we are aware of, when we look them up, they are collective, they're collections of descriptors for symptoms, because Western medicine does not really work according to what are causes of disease. Now, that's going to be hugely concerning for you, because for a lot of you, because the whole world is running on the Western take of medicine, which calls into question how much do they really know. Now, some of you may have been through sicknesses and diseases and will know this for truth. Some of you will have friends, family, who have needed treatment for their chronic conditions, and maybe some of you managed to recover, but I don't think it was necessarily because entirely of the Western medicine. But majority who have chronic diseases will see them persist and see their conditions being managed, because your symptoms are being managed. You go to a doctor and you don't know what's going on with you. They'll look at your symptoms and address your symptoms. Now, your causes as to the disease, like, the doctor's not interested in that, really. That's down to you to solve, figure out, and prevent. But you go to them and they will help you mitigate the effects of your symptoms until you figure it out. But they don't tell you that you're supposed to figure it out, because once you're through that door and you start relying on them, you are becoming a regular customer for the pharmaceutical industry. And they want you to keep coming back. They could have done this analysis and understanding of disease and their causes decades ago. But they haven't. They have continued with this model of diagnosis and treatment, in many ways fooling people into believing that they are a good medical system. So, what I did speak about there was the West not addressing the causes of disease. And you can see it actually in the behavior of Western institutions. There is a lack of understanding that addresses causes, and more action towards symptoms, addressing symptoms, or making shows and presentation of attention without due understanding of causes. And yes, it's a shame, like why it hasn't moved on, all this analysis of systems of our life, of our medical practices. But it's brought us to where we are today with Corona, with I would say many not giving out the right advice and support for people, which I just gave to you, which would be to eat more fruits and plant vegetables, and to go further than that, grow your own vegetables and fruits. Okay, I mean, that is a solution for a lot of the world's problems right now, for us to grow food, especially fruit trees. It's a very simple idea, but when thought through, it can be understood to solve a lot of problems. So, yes, about the causes of disease. One thing I want to share with you, I want to fundamentally grasp, is that health, and it's like being well, recovering from disease, you are your own best doctor or physiologist. You say, how is that possible? I haven't even studied it. I know, it's amazing. You haven't studied it, but you are still your best doctor. How do I know this? Whenever you injure yourself, let's say as a basic, a cut on your skin, you'll watch that, you'll watch it bleed for a while. That will ensure there's no infections coming out. You'll see it clot after a while. That will seal it, and then in time you'll see your skin recover that cut, in all the different layers required that your skin has. There's surface and oil beds, and then there's your muscle and fat. It'll all just grow back just like that, and you didn't study it at all. Your body just did it all by itself. And that is an example of your body healing itself, and that is the same for every single part of your being. It has the capacity to heal itself. Now, the question then becomes, then why are we so sick? Well, why is there so much disease? Why do we not have a control on our health? Because of this Western understanding of medicine that has dominated. And yeah, there's been all sorts of ways for, understandings about the body naturally healing, and even using plants for deeper healing in medicine. All that's been understood for decades. In my life, I'm 40 by the way, 40 something. Yes, it's a shame how all this information hasn't been supported and brought through, because the businesses that are making the money are ensuring that they keep making the money. And so this Western understanding of medicine has continued. And it's now feeling the full weight of our population clueless about health. And that's what the health services are there for. It's you don't have to think, understand, or worry about your health. We'll take care of that for you. And they're not taking care of that for you. In some cases they are, but in most cases it's them securing money for drugs, surgery. yes, helping, researching all the ways in which people who don't care about their lives or the life of others to live longer. You might think, wow, that is so perverse. But that's what the majority of the people on the planet are doing, supporting these ends. Yeah. So understand first of all that you are your own healing, self-healing organism. Magnificent. And then it's down to you, maybe with some help from me, to understand how to best support your body in healing itself. I've talked about nutrition. We all know about exercise. Aerobic exercise, excellent. Building up strength as well. Strength exercising is excellent. But yes, there are some advances in medicine that very modern medicine that are worth picking up on. The most basic one that you could all pick up is breathing techniques. There's a guy called Wim Hof who's got breathing techniques. He's got like you can do like a 3-5 minute session, or you can do like a 20-minute practice. It's fantastic. Besides that, well, I've got lots of ideas, but one guy I would like to direct you towards would be Bruce Lipton, who understands about the energy fields we create, and the way our cells and our body reacts to the energy field. Now, we could be susceptible to energy fields around us, but we are also capable of creating our own energy field. Yes, and if you can maintain like a positive energy field, then that is a healthy environment for your cells to reproduce and to grow. I think that's all I really wanted to say at this point. You are the most magnificent self-healing organism, complex healing organism there is. There are basic practices that you can do to improve your health. Breathing exercises, singing, addressing your nutrition, having more plant-based food, completely removing all the baked, fried, fleshy stuff. And yeah, that's a start, guys. If you want help on particular areas of that, then do leave messages below so that I get an idea of where you guys are at or what you want to know. But that's just a taster of where we can go with this dialogue. And it was a little while, but I'm totally here for all of you. And hit me up, let me know where you're at, what you're troubling with. I'll see you all soon. Thank you.